Today's video is on backing up files. It seems pretty straightforward, but it is something that anybody can goof on, but especially for new authors and illustrators, those that are new. We're so overwhelmed when we start. It just seems a natural thing that we get distracted and because we don't know any better. There are stories, we all have stories, a lot of us that have been around a while in the industry, of that horror story where usually when we started, we didn't back up. I remember the first year I was illustrating my first book in 2008, I was new to computers and I was using a computerized program. And I had a computer that was already being heavily used for other things. And so, just to paint a picture, but long story short, I had no idea about this stuff and nobody had told me. And so I'm just plucking along and with this concept not even in my head, except just when you feel like it. And I ended up losing, I think it was my computer, I forget exactly what happened, but I lost 8 full illustrations. 8. That was a lot of hours. That was a lot of work completed. So it didn't happen overnight, but the effort certainly did, and then it just got better and better. Now, like most seasoned professionals, we do it unconsciously. Occasionally we forget, so this is also a reminder for us old timers that occasionally slip back into old habits, but it's really for the newbies. Just get in the habit. It's better safe than sorry. So when I say back your files, I actually mean several things. First, let's talk about illustrators. Illustrators, when you're illustrating, you could have a power outage. Depending on the quality of your computer could crash, causing you to lose, say, 6 hours of work. So when you're illustrating, it's good for writing too, if you're writing hours and hours, but or writing all day, then do it too. But especially it applies because it's not uncommon for illustrators to spend the whole day illustrating. So when you're doing that, every once in a while, just get in the habit, whatever feels right to you. But for me, when I'm illustrating, now it's so ingrained, it's about every 20 minutes. I'm not checking the clock, it's just naturally I've just now trained myself to hit save. Because if you go 4 or 5 hours and you did all these, especially when you're on a roll and you've made changes, especially in touch-ups, when you've just spent 3 hours fixing something in an illustration so it can go to print, and then something happens to your computer and you haven't hit saved and all that is gone, you have to go back and redo that 3-4 hours work. And still in the last, I would say, decade or so, once in a blue moon, I have still, again, forgot to do it, and then that happened. Luckily, it's usually at best one illustration, but still, you don't want to have to do any of your work over again. And you certainly don't want to lose all your work. So when you're working, get in the habit of hitting save semi-frequently. That's the first way to cover yourself. And the second way is just at the end of your workday, always save. Whether you're writing a manuscript, whether you're illustrating, whatever you're doing, save it on your, obviously you want to save it ideally at least to one location, but really if you can too. So that could be discs, that could be sticks. But if you save it to 2, if you have 2 different sticks or 2 different separate places besides your computer that you work on, then you're just that more covered. So I leave it to you, but at least one place outside of your computer. So if something happens to your computer, so you should be doing that every day. So that's my advice. That's backing up. It's so crucial. Back it up.